The angel who crowned the abyss long before the first human kingdom rose from dust and stone, before the oceans learned the rhythm of the moon, there existed an angel named Seraphel. Among the countless hosts of heaven, Seraphel was not known for his strength or beauty. He was known for his silence. While the other angels sang their endless hymns beneath the golden gates of eternity, Seraphel watched the world below. He watched the fragile creatures called humans struggle, suffer, love, and destroy one another. At first, he believed suffering had a purpose. Heaven said it did. But centuries passed, then millennia, and still the suffering continued. Cities burned in the name of gods. Children died beneath collapsing walls. Kings whispered prayers moments before ordering massacres. And heaven remained distant. The angels were told never to interfere too deeply. Humanity had been given free will, and heaven's role was only to observe and guide. But Seraphel began to wonder something dangerous. If heaven truly loved creation, why did it allow so much darkness? Those thoughts were forbidden. Angels were not meant to question. They were created from obedience itself. Yet the questions grew louder inside Seraphel's mind. One night, during a storm that swallowed the stars, Seraphel descended lower than any angel had ever dared. Below the clouds, below the mountains, below the deepest caves carved into the bones of the earth, there was a place hidden beneath reality itself. A wound in existence. The abyss. Even the oldest angels spoke of it only in whispers. It was said to be the prison of the first demons, the place where divine mistakes were buried and forgotten. But Seraphel did not feel fear when he found the gate. He felt recognition. The entrance was not a door. It was a spiral of endless darkness, twisting downward like the eye of a storm made from shadows. The air around it was colder than death itself. Then the whispers began, thousands of voices, whispering his name. Seraphel, Seraphel. The voices did not sound cruel. They sounded hungry, curious, lonely. Seraphel spread his radiant wings and stepped closer to the edge of the abyss. Divine light poured from his body, but the darkness did not retreat. Instead, it welcomed him. From somewhere far below came a voice older than heaven itself. Why does the light fear the dark it created? Seraphel did not answer. The voice continued, "You hunt demons as monsters. But have you ever asked why they became monsters?" Images suddenly flooded Seraphel's mind. He saw the birth of the first demons. They were not creatures of pure evil. They had once been something else. Spirits cast away from heaven for disobedience, curiosity, or rebellion. Some had been angels who asked the wrong questions. Just like him, Seraphel felt something crack inside his soul. The truth was unbearable. Demons were not simply enemies. They were the discarded, and heaven had buried them here. For eternity, the ancient voice whispered. For the first time in his existence, Seraphel felt anger. Not at demons, at heaven. And so he did the one thing no angel had ever done willingly. He stepped into the abyss. The darkness swallowed him. His wings burned as divine light clashed with something far older and deeper than heaven's power. Shadows crawled across his skin like living creatures. But Seraphel did not resist. He embraced it. The abyss showed him everything. Every forgotten soul, every fallen spirit, every demon screaming in eternal isolation. Thousands of years passed within the darkness, though only moments passed in the world above. When Seraphel finally rose from the abyss, he was no longer the same being. His wings were black, not the soft black of feathers touched by night. They were darker than space between dying stars. His halo had shattered into a ring of burning cracks floating above his head. And his eyes contained the abyss itself. Heaven saw him immediately. Trumpets of judgment echoed through the sky. Seraphel has fallen. Legions of angels descended from the clouds, their armor blazing like suns. But Seraphel did not run. He opened the gate. The earth split apart like rotting wood. From the depths of the abyss crawled creatures the world had never seen. Demons with bone wings. Demons made of smoke and teeth. Giants stitched together from shadow and hatred. Thousands of them, then tens of thousands. For the first time since their exile, the demons were not scattered beasts. They had a leader. Seraphel rose above them, hovering in the blackened sky. The demonic horde looked up at him. They expected another enemy, another angel come to destroy them. Instead, Seraphel spoke only one word. Rise. The demons obeyed. Even they did not understand why. But the abyss inside him commanded them. The war that followed shattered the world. Angels clashed with demons across BU, or NING continents. Entire oceans turned red with blood. Mountains cracked open beneath celestial weapons that were never meant to touch the earth. Cities vanished overnight. Humanity prayed. But heaven was no longer listening to them. Heaven was at war. And Seraphel stood at the center of it all. He did not fight like an angel. He fought like something new. Something heaven had never prepared for. Demons followed him without question because he did what no angel ever had. He understood their pain. Centuries passed. The war never truly ended. Eventually, the gates of the abyss were sealed once more, trapping most of the demons beneath the world again. But Seraphel was never captured. He vanished into the shadows of the earth with the remaining demons at his side. And somewhere in the deepest parts of the world, where no sunlight has ever reached, something waits. Travelers who wander too far into ancient forests sometimes claim they hear wings moving above the clouds. Not the wings of angels, and not the wings of demons. Something far worse. They say that on nights when the sky turns completely black, a massive shape appears in the storm clouds. A figure with wings wide enough to swallow the horizon. Below him marches an army of silent shadows, waiting, watching, preparing, because Seraphel no longer seeks revenge. He seeks judgment. And when the day finally comes that heaven opens its gates again, the fallen angel will return. Not as a servant, not as a rebel, but as the king of the abyss. And this time, he will not come alone.